Hello and welcome. My name is Nick Love with Love Racing, and here we're at Okayama International Circuit Full Course in the Global Mazda MX5 Cup car. This is week 12 of season 3, 2023, and we're going to go ahead and do a full speed lap followed by a turn-by-turn breakdown lap. If you guys get value from these videos, please go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. Leave me a comment, let me know, where you save some time or where you're struggling. One thing to always look at when you guys are watching lap guides is make sure you look at the track temperature. Right now it's really hot, so the lap times are going to be a little bit slower. That's to be expected. We're going to start braking right at the blue pit-in code on the right. We're going to downshift all the way down to second. Try to stay straight for a little bit here. That way when we hit the curbing on the inside, we've got a good enough line where it'll push us out wide. Instantly get all the way over to the right side of the track, up into third. We're going to lift a little bit, wait for the car to settle, get back on throttle right on the bumper. We can use all of the runoff here and even put a tire in the dirt, and that's fine. Then we're going to go straight line this next section, use all the curbing, that way we don't have to turn the steering wheel as much. We're going to start braking about 10 meters before the 50 mark. We're going to go all the way down into second gear, and then we're going to want to hug the right side as tight as we can. If you end up pushing wide, you're going to add a lot of distance to the track. This is actually going to be the most important corner on the track for us because it leads to this nice long straight, so you're going to have to really focus on getting the exit speeds up. As we head to the turn 5 hairpin, this is going to be the hardest braking zone on the track. We're going to use the 50 meter marker as our estimate to brake. We're going to go all the way down from fourth into first, but we're going to be really patient on that shift down into first. We don't want to track fully over to the left side of the track because we want to get all the way back over to the right, up into second, nice lift, and then we actually can hit a lot of the bumper and grass on the inside. That's going to help rotate the car. Again, the second corner, we're also going to hit the inside of the bumper and the grass a little bit. Helps rotate the car. I don't really have any great braking references for turn 8. The goal here is going to be downshift into second. You want to be able to turn in and get back to about mid-track. If you carry too much speed here, you get pushed all the way to the right. That's going to slow you down. Up into this corner, you want to go up into first, hit the bumper on the inside, and then ease back on the throttle. If you get on throttle too hard there, the back end's going to come out. You're going to lose some time. Just stay flat here and make sure to turn in as early as you see that bumper on the inside. Then the final corner, we're going to downshift in a second, turn in nice and early, and use the curbing to help get some weight on the left side of the car. That's going to help us grip up and get that exit. Alright, that was one full speed lap in the Global MX5 Cup car at Okayama International Raceway full course. Now we're going to go ahead and break things down. Okay, as we head up to turn 1, we're going to look at the blue pit out cone. That's going to be our braking reference. We're going to be full brake pressure by the time we get to that point. We're going to downshift from fourth into second. We're going to use this flag station as just a thing to keep us honest and not turn in too early. So we're not going to turn in until we get past that flag station. As we turn in, we want to make sure we hit the inside bumper. That's going to help rotate the car, get a little bit of weight on the outside tires, and then we want to be full throttle by the end of the curbing. As we go through the exit, we're going to keep that steering angle because we want to be all the way track right before the next corner. It's really important here not to get lazy and to make sure you're fully tracked right. We're going to use the green bumper in front of us as our reference point. We're going to start to turn in right before then. We're going to stay on the throttle, and then right as we start to turn in, we're going to ease off the throttle. What that's going to do is that's going to rotate the rear end of the car, get the car more pointed at the corner, and make sure we don't understeer wide and go into the dirt. When the track is hot and greasy like it is right now, with this fixed setup, the car tends to be a little understeery on sweeping corners, so that's why you want to lift or trail brake to help get the car to rotate a little bit better. Coming up to turn 4, we're going to want to brake right before the 50 meter marker. We're going to brake hard in a straight line, go from fourth all the way down into second. Because this braking zone is downhill, it's going to be a lot easier to overshoot your braking zone, carry too much speed into the corner. That's going to push you wide, and you're ended up going to lose quite a bit of time on the exit. As we head down to the apex, we're going to want to get back on full throttle right around the area of the dead grass on the inside curbing. Now you can see I've got the steering wheel about 90 degrees. If you find yourself, really cranking on that, 180 degrees, then you're probably just carrying too much speed here. Try to slow it down the next time, brake about 10 meters earlier, and then try it again. That's the good way to practice. After the first apex, we want to stick to the right side of the track while we slowly unwind the steering wheel. That way we can just aim straight, don't track left too early. As we head down to the turn 5 hairpin, we want to be fully track left, and we want to be really smooth on the brakes here, and smooth on our downshifts. We don't want to go into first too early, that's going to rotate the rear end. We're going to start braking right before the 50 meter marker, and we're going to kind of aim right at the apex of the corner. We want to do a lot of trail braking here to get the car rotated, as well as a late downshift into first is going to help rotate the car. It's really easy to get back on full throttle in this corner, track all the way out left here, and you're going to feel like you're going really fast. But what's going to end up doing is while you're fast through that corner, it's going to compromise our entrance into the corner ahead. So we're going to want to be on mid-track, that way we can get all the way back over to the right. We're going to go ahead and shift into second, get all the way to the right side of the track, and we're going to go ahead and lift, and then right about the clump of dead grass on the right, We're going to turn in. Now, because it's off camber, the rear end's going to want to rotate on us, so we're just going to have to be really careful here and be ready to counter steer if we need. Now, the apex, the next two corners, are actually really forgiving in terms of iRacing track limits. And because they're so cambered, we're actually going to want to hit those, get some weight on the right end of the tires, and that's going to help us make these two corners. We want to track all the way out, use all of the exit curbing. That's going to set us up for the entrance to the next corner. We're going to start braking right at the beginning of the bumper on the right and start turning in immediately. Our goal is going to be to hit the inside curbing just like we did the previous corner. Now, hitting the curb might upset the car a little bit. That's okay if you need to, not get on the throttle as soon, and you can hit that curb a little less, and it's not going to upset the car as much. Our braking reference here for turn 8, we're going to brake a little bit after the 50-meter marker. We're going to aim for a slightly later apex here. The reason being, we want to be about mid-track on exit. That way we can get back over the left and make our next corner. Just as a quick aside, you always want to prioritize the corners with longer straights after them. Want to use all of the curbing on the inside of the track. As we get back mostly to the left side of the track, we're going to brake just a little bit, just enough to get the weight on the front tires, downshift into first. Now, it's really important not to just jam 100% throttle right here. That's going to get the rear end to rotate, you're going to slide, and you're going to lose time. This is one of those places that being smooth and ramping back on the throttle is going to be perfect. Turn 10 is actually a deceptively hard corner to stay full throttle, hit the right line every lap, and be consistent. What I like to do is as I'm cresting the hill, the instant I can see the curbing on the inside of the track, that's when I slowly start to turn in. Then as I reach that apex curbing, I'm shifting into third. We're going to track all the way to the left side of the track. We're going to start braking right at the end of the green bumper. We're going to get hard on the brakes, downshift into second in a straight line, and then here's where we're going to want to do some trail braking. You can see here, as I slowly turn the steering wheel towards the corner, I'm slowly trailing off the brakes. What that's going to do is it's going to help rotate the car. We want to make sure we use all of the inside curbing here, and then we got plenty of runoff on the left. Alright, if you guys like this video, go ahead and click the link on the bottom left. That's for the lap guide for the Formula V. If you haven't tried it yet, it's a blast. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all on track.